Hi, I'm Judy from Fox Cities Quilt Company, and this is Sunday from the Sewing Room, where we give you tips, tricks, and a few tutorials to help you with your sewing and quilting projects. If you like our videos, please hit that subscribe button below. Easter is coming, spring is here. We've had the first day of spring earlier this week, although you certainly couldn't tell it by our Wisconsin weather. And so I wanted to give you a cute little fast little Easter project for you to do and have fun with the kiddos or your friends. So I am making this cute little carrot bag. And it is super easy. I whipped out like 4 of these in an hour, and this is what it looks like when it's all filled with candy. And I'm going to show you how that's done. For this project, you're going to need a fat eighth of an orange. It could be an orange batik, which is what I have here. And a fat eighth is a 9 by 21 inch piece of fabric. So I have this orange batik, which is really, really pretty, but I have some other pretty oranges too that I think that I'm going to use that aren't batiks. And then you need a 1/4 yard of a green. So the reason that you need a 1/4 yard, which is a 9-inch by width of fabric strip, is because you're going to need the length for the ties. So fat eighth of orange, 1/4 yard of green, and then you are going to need some coordinating threads. You are going to need a marker or heat marker. I have my friction pen here, or you can use chalk if you want to. And I'm going to need a straight edge or a ruler with which to measure. And so I'm going to show you how to cut this. So I've gone ahead and I've cut my fabrics from the orange batik that I'm using. And I started with a fat eighth. I am cutting a 6 by 8 inch rectangle, and I'm cutting 2 of those. And then from the green, and cut it in this order, you're going to need one 6 by 11.5 inch rectangle and one 1 inch by 24 inch strip of fabric. So let's get started on how we do the orange. So because I'm working with a batik, I don't really have to worry about right sides together because, you know, batiks are the same on both sides. Some are, some aren't, but you'll want to check. So I'm going to fold this rectangle in half so that my shorter or my longer sides meet. I should say that correctly. And then I am going to take my little ruler here, and I want to measure a 1/4 inch in from here on this edge and a 1/4 inch down here from this edge. And let me go ahead and measure that. And I'm going to use my friction pen in order to mark those spots. So here's a 1/4 inch here. And then here is a 1/4 of an inch here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line from that 1/4 inch up here to this 1/4 inch down here. And I'm going to make 2 of these. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to cut that out, and I will have 2 triangles. Let me show you what that looks like. So here's one. And that 1/4 inch, as you know, is your seam allowance. So there's one triangle, and let's go ahead and cut that other one and quick whip that out here. And I'm just going to finger press that, and I will mark a 1/4 inch from the top. Let's make sure I have a good accurate measurement, and a 1/4 inch from the side down here. I'm going to draw that line from the bottom to the top, and I will go ahead and cut right on there. And what I will do is then I will take this to my sewing machine and stitch so that we will make this cone. Now, and I will come back to you and show you what that looks like. Then on the 6.5 by 11.5 inch triangle, we are going to, rectangle from the green, we're going to fold that over right sides together. Remember, if you have a batik, you don't have to, and I'm going to sew from here to here, and I will come back and show you what that looks like, and then we're pretty much ready to assemble the carrot. Oh no, I forgot a step. Sorry about that. What I'm going to do on my 24-inch piece of 1-inch batik, because this is going to be my tie, I'm trying to straighten something up here. First of all, I don't have 24 inches. I have more than 24 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off so that I have 24 inches. I am going to fold this down a little bit so I don't have raw edges on the edge. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. I'm going to fold that up so I don't have raw edges. You can finger press this to the middle, all the way down. And I think you know where I'm going with this. Or you could take it to your iron, either or. This is just a super quick and easy bag. So, you know, the kids like it. If you are really, really, really concerned about it, go ahead and iron it. And then I'm going to fold these two together, just like so. And one more time. And then I am just going to stitch all the way down to make my tie. And I'm going to show you what that looks like when I come back. All right, I'm back and I have my pieces all sewn together. I wanted to show you I've used a 1/4 inch seam allowance. So here is my carrot. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn that right side out. And I don't know where my purple thang is. It's laying around here somewhere. But you can use, you know, the end of a pen or whatever you'd like to in order to get that pulled out at the bottom. This might work well too, but be careful not to push too hard because you don't want to push your seam out. And I'm just about done with that. And I don't mind that the bottom is a little rounded. It's fine with me. And then if you want to, you can go ahead and take this over to your iron and give it a little press. So there is my carrot bottom. It's so cute. And then here is my carrot top. Now with my carrot top, what I am going to do now is I'm going to fold this over so it's actually wrong sides together. And I pressed my seam open here so it would lay flatter. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this so that it's wrong sides together. I've made this tube. And let me get that all straightened out for you. Sometimes I get so tied up in what I'm trying to do here, I get off camera, so I apologize. So I'm going to keep folding this until all of these raw edges are lined up. So let me see here. A little bit more. Here we go, and I'm getting that straightened out. A little bit more. Okay. Not quite together. And then again, if you want to, you can go ahead and take this over to your iron and press it. And I want to make sure there's no wrinkles underneath there. And I want my seams to line up better. So I am pretty happy with that. And so that is kind of the cuff or the top of my carrot. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and slide my carrot in there. And I'm going to line up a seam with a seam on the side here. And you see how that is. And I am going to probably pin this, and I'll just pin this all the way around. And I'm going to sew a 1/4 inch seam allowance all the way around here. And I think that I should use my green thread. And I will go ahead and get this all stitched, making sure that all of my seams are lined up. And remember, pins are pedestrians. We're not going to run them over. So I'm going to go ahead and pin that. My pins are all out of reach, of course. and I will pin that. And I'm going to sew all the way around this, and then I'm going to come right back and show you what that looks like. So I have my little carrot top cuff now sewn to the top of my carrot, and I wanted to show you this. And what we're going to do now is we are going to flip this out this way. Isn't that cute? Okay, and then what I want to do is so that this raw edge that's on the inside doesn't get floppy and flop around, I'm going to do a top stitch just like an 1/8 inch below here. And you can do it in the green thread or the red thread. I kind of like the idea of doing it in the green thread so that that stays down. And because I think it would be cute to have it contrasting. And then I'm going to find the back or the center of a back of my carrot, and I'm going to fold my little tie. And I don't know if I showed you my little tie that was all together. I turned it under 1/4 inch, folded the long sides together and together one more time, and I made this tie. So I'm going to find the middle of this tie and the middle of my bag, and then I'm just going to do a little stitch on here, and I'll come back and show you what that looks like. Okay, I wanted to show you now that I have this top stitch down, and I chose to do this in the green. I kind of like the contrast. And then on the back, I just found the center and I tacked down the tie. And you have a bag that is cute. It's so cute, and it's ready to go. Let me quick do a measure on here. So it's about 11 inches, 10.5 inches high, and it is about 6 inches wide. So, and I wanted to show you, this is a batik one, and this is all batik, but I also wanted to show you, you can mix and match. So this is a regular fabric, and then this is a batik on the bottom, but I used the orange for the top stitch on this one, and here is the tie. And when you tack that tie down, I just wanted to show you also that you'll make it even with the top of your green. It will just sit right in there, and you'll be able to tack that down. And then here is what is really cute. I have a couple of more, and these are what they look like filled, and I wanted to show you, I just filled them with pastel colored M&Ms. This is fabric that is not batik. It is so dang cute. And this is, I combined my batik and my regular fabric. So that's our tutorial for today. I made a whole little carrot patch. They are so cute. And I filled them with the pastel colored M&Ms, which are so good. But you could fill them with all kinds of things. You could fill them with bobbins if you're going to give them to a sewing friend, or you can fill them with jelly beans, whatever you want to do. This is Judy from Fox Cities Quilt Company, making you a carrot treat bag for Easter. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.